We are live, and I have Grace here this evening with me, and we're going to be showing y'all a couple more of our dresses from our closet, right? And just hanging out with y'all. And I did post a picture in the thumbnail of my closet. No, actually, I think that's Grace's closet. But I'm going to be sharing with y'all what my wardrobe looks like too, and it's just really exciting. So let me just click onto the chat real quick. Let's see. All right, we're just waiting for a couple people to hop on. So, you want to show them your dress first this evening? Maybe we should wait just a minute until everybody gets on here. Let's see. Always loyal. Hello. um, good evening. Happy Independence Day. Hope y'all are having a happy 4th of July. We are. Oh, here's some more people. I didn't mean to hide somebody. Sorry, I'm not good at this. Kate, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hide you. Hold on. No, I don't want to. I'm not putting you in timeout. Why is it? Oh, there you are. Sorry, Kate Murphy. Hey, Sunny Hill Flower Farm, always loyal, Kate Murphy. Okay, we got some ladies on here. Miss Grace. So we're going to be showing y'all these dresses tonight. These are just like tried and true dresses. These are from Amazon, but maybe you can find them somewhere else. They're, supposedly cotton, but I don't think they're 100% cotton. I think they're some type of polyester cotton t-shirt blend, but they're really comfortable, and these are definitely maxi dresses. So they go all the way down to your ankles. And Grace, I'll lift you up. They go down to her ankles too. But they're comfortable and they're just really comfy. These are our dresses for like church time or casual time. Like if we're having like a hymn sing or something where you don't need to be all the way dressed up, but you just want to be comfy, or just in your day-to-day dresses. These are just really great for those days where you don't feel like, ladies, you have the week of the month, right? Where you don't feel like being, in something that's like, you want something comfortable. This is your dress for something comfortable. It's just a cotton blend, and they do have pockets. And these go from little girl sizes all the way up to girl size 14. And then you can, of course, switch over and find these prints in women's sizes as well. I'm short. Grace is not short, but I'm short. So a girl size 14 fits me all the way, like beyond my ankle, like a maxi dress. So if that's what you're looking for. And I just like the neckline of it. I like where the waistline comes of this dress. A lot of the women's maxi dresses, the waist will be like down here, and it's just not attractive for me because I have a shorter torso area. So if you're looking for a higher waistline, this will probably be your dress. And like I said, you could wear this dress a lot shorter than what I'm wearing it to. It is beyond my ankles. So anyway, and of course I wear it with a full slip underneath of it. So it just really feels nice with a slip on underneath of it. And I have my go-to yoga shorts on that come down to my knees. They are underneath of here too. And they have pockets in them. So they're just really good and handy to have around. And I switched over to these oh wow, it's probably been a couple years ago now, and I'm just really love my yoga shorts as you're underneath, because it holds it all together. It has the tummy control, which is really nice after you've had some children, and I just feel put together with them on. And Grace has them too, but she has her shorts are 100% cotton, and hers go just about to her knee too. So they're just really nice for modesty. You don't have to show them, babes, but they're just really nice for modesty. And they come in lots of different prints, and you can pick, or solids. They're just really, they're just nice dresses. So we just use these a lot. Like I said, the name brand is GORLYA. Let me see if I'm saying that right here. And I will link it for y'all. It's GORLA, GORLYA Girls Short Sleeve Floral Print Loose Casual Long Maxi Dress. It's an Amazon Choice product. So um, Grace has several of these in her wardrobe, and I have a few in mine as well. And they're just nice for those days when you're just not feeling like, you want to be as fancy. So, anyway, we have a lot to cover tonight. I'm really excited to share with you. The internet is working better, much, much better today. So, we will see how that all goes. I do apologize for getting cut off last night abruptly. It was just our internet. It's been crazy since the storm, and T-Mobile has been working really, really hard, but the storm damage is just everywhere still. So they have a lot of repairs to do. So let's jump into tonight. I'm going to cover just a couple verses and the topic that we're going to be talking about tonight, and then y'all can give me some feedback and conversation and all of that. So let's hop into it. So tonight we're going to be talking about honor and restoring honor. And the verses that I picked out for that was Genesis 24:16. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her. And she went down to the well and filled her pitcher and came up. And then the second verse that I have for us to think about tonight is Proverbs 31:22-25. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. So there's a lot in these two verses. We see ladies of honor, ladies that are hard workers, serving, and also ladies that are honorable to look at, right? The first verse that we covered in Genesis 24:16 says she was fair to look upon, a virgin. So there was an outward beauty, right? And we know different times in the Bible will talk about an outward beauty. We know that Sarah was beautiful to look upon. So sometimes I think we can get hypersensitive to, as Christian ladies. I know I have fallen into this trap of being so caught up in modesty, so much so that you aren't taking any time for yourself at all. You're not putting any effort at all into taking care of yourself. And as ladies, we do need to take care of ourselves. So, not in a prideful way, not in a vain way. We know beauty is vain, right? So, not in that way, but in a way that we do want to look put together and taken care of, and take care of ourselves, because we spend so much time serving others and taking care of others that we do need to just set aside a few minutes in the day to prioritize taking care of ourselves. And it really does help you to have self respect for yourself and just to be a good example to your daughters and to the other young women in your life. Um, I had a lady share with me who is a good friend of mine, and she said, I always took it really seriously, like my role as a mom and how I was going about doing things in the house because my daughters were watching me. And I could do all of the right things, but if I was always acting like I was tired, I was run down, I was overwhelmed, it was just hard, hard work. You have little girls and teenage girls that are watching you, and they don't really care as much what you say, they care what they see. And if they're seeing mom is just a worn out dish rag, they kind of can think, this is what my friend was telling me. Why would I want to do that? Like, yeah, mom said she valued staying at home and being a mom and raising children, but I saw how hard she worked and what she did. And no way do I want to do that. Like that, she made it look awful. She made it look like drudgery. And I think we can do our young ladies a real disservice by not just taking a little bit of time to put in a little bit of effort, that we just bring that role up to an honorable level again, so that it's something that they aspire to, that they know. My friend was saying, what, the opposite of like, what, mommy took good care of the house, she took good care of us, we played, we had fun, she worked hard, and there was hard days, and nobody's saying like, you're going to be perfect every moment of the day where you're never going to get sick or anything like that. But just overall, daddy took care of us. Mommy, just met all of our needs, and we had a happy, thriving home. And I want to do that. Like I want to clean the kitchen. I want to decorate the house. I want to make things look nice. I want to have a clean house to live in. And just instilling that in our young ladies, that it's not drudgery. And that goes with all aspects of um, discipling our young ladies who are watching us, both at home, or if you have granddaughters or nieces or young women in the church who are watching you. We don't want to ever present homemaking or being a wife as just, how it's kind of presented in our culture today is like, these wine moms, and I'm just like surviving, and I just have my like sloppy hair bun and my yoga pants, and I'm just barely getting through life because, mom life, and it's just so hard. And it's like, that is not what we want to portray to our young ladies at all. That's going to discourage them from the honor and like the blessing comes from being at home and being a homemaker and being a mother and being a wife. I mean, it is a blessing and it's an honor. And if it's become drudgery, we need to step back, because the Lord always says that his burden is light. So if we're making it a heavy burden, then that's something that we're doing. That's not something that he has put on us. So just keeping all of that in mind, that there's lots of eyes watching us. And it might not even be our own daughters. It might be other people's daughters. It might be our parents, right? Our testimony. It might be neighbors. It could be anybody. And we want to represent what God has called us to well. And we want to make it an honorable position, just like when my husband leaves for work in the morning and he gets up and he gets dressed and he combs his hair and he washes his face and he looks nice. He has a shirt and he's tucked in and he has a belt and he looks very nice and ready to go. That brings honor to that position that he is called to, right? That he is walking out in his life for work. So the same goes for us. And it's slightly different. We're in our home, we're more comfortable, but just making sure that we're that we're casting the right light on being a homemaker and being a mom, and that it's something that someone would actually want to aspire to by looking at us. So that's kind of one thing that I see with both of these ladies. And of course, the Proverbs 31 lady, she maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. So she's busy. She's busy at work, and there's all different seasons, right? We know that the Proverbs 31 lady, that covers many different seasons in life. That might you might not be sewing and making girdles and driving all across the country to sell them when you have 7 little babies at home, right? Like, or 2 little babies at home. There's seasons, right? But that might be a picture when you're 65 years old and you have time and your house is quiet and you have some time to sew and to make things. So different seasons allow for different opportunities in the role of the mother and the wife. So just because you're not covering everything in this season, that's okay too. You know, your season might just be taking care of yourself, keeping little people alive every day, nursing babies, you know, taking care of sick babies, playing, snuggling. That might be your role right now. And that's just as important as sewing girdles and selling girdles or purchasing land. Okay, that's just as important or more important, right? So just remember that that Proverbs 31 is like snapshots of different seasons in a lady's life, and it's not like the whole thing always happening at the same moment, because you know that would be a lot. So that's just some things that I was thinking about today. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and shout out the Inspired by Nikki channel. She doesn't know that I'm shouting her out. I actually wrote her an email today to let her know this. But if you haven't checked out Inspired by Nikki, please go and check out her channel. I think that it will do you a huge blessing in your life, because she honestly, just by watching her channel for the past year, it's just made um, motherhood and wife and housework and modesty and cleaning and all that stuff. It made it from a duty and a drudgery to me to something that was more of a celebration of being feminine. And it just really changed my outlook on um, just the day to day and making every day beautiful. And I have a sleepy girl, and she's been playing very, very hard outside. Do you want to stay, Mama? Or do you want to? You don't have to stay if you don't want to. You want to stay? Okay. You can fall asleep if you want to too. Um, so, yeah, please go check out Inspired by Nikki. I think that it will just put so much together for you of what I'm trying to say here, and it'll give you a visual. You're going. Okay. Of what I'm trying to say too. So let's see here what everybody's saying. Um, let's see. I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down here. If anybody has anything, if you all can share anything, happy 4th of July, always loyal. Happy 4th of July, Kate Murphy. She was so excited about the live stream. She asked me earlier today if she could be on the live stream if we were doing it. And I was like, of course you can be on here. It's your channel too. So she was all wound up and she got herself dressed and she got that little necklace that a friend gave her, and she did all that herself. So she was really excited about that. Okay, Kate Murphy says, when my daughter and I started wearing more dresses, everyone kept saying, why are you dressing up now? I was like, do you know how comfortable dresses are? Yeah, really, really comfortable. Yes. Some dresses, it's like wearing your pajamas all day. I mean, it's very comfortable. So, and another thing that I'm going to share maybe on another um, evening, I can share with y'all. I want to do a total separate thing for like loungewear, nighttime wear, nightgowns, all of that kind of thing, because I think that really plays into um, all of it too. Like, just the fun of it, y'all. And like I said, I think by um reclaiming the fun of being feminine, that a little girl or a teenage girl, if you've trained her to see being feminine as like this celebration, like this is just so much fun. Like, we have pocketbooks and we have dresses and we have slips and we have silky nightgown robes and we have slippers and we have, you know, um, whatever it is, that lotion or a nail polish or whatever. If you made it into this thing that is a celebration, like I always tell my daughter, I'm like, girls only, we're doing this, we're the girls, we're doing this, and if you instill that in them, I think um that it would come to a point later if someone was like, if there was a young lady that was just wearing jeans and t-shirt or whatever, that she would say like, well, that's no fun. Why would I just want to put jeans and a t-shirt on? Like, this is fun. Like, this is awesome. Like, me and mommy go shopping and we go to Burlington Coat Factory and look at dresses, and we go to Ross and look at dresses, and it's an adventure, and we look at pocketbooks, and all of this, like this celebration of womanhood. I just think how boring, like, to put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Like, I wouldn't, like, who would want to do that? I just think that if we have that mentality, if we don't make modesty drudgery and something that's a checklist and something that you have to do, and you make it more like this is fun, like the same as the wardrobe, right? Whereas I just got those little metal hanging wardrobes, and they're not expensive at all, and they come in different colors. I ordered black because it was like cheap, but they do come in gold. And I did order gold hangers just to make it more fun. And when she sees all of her pretty dresses hanging up there, and then she has, her little cardigans and little jean shirts to wear over top of them, and her hat and scarves and shoes are all there. And her purses are there, and how fun. She gets to look at that every day. And I say, go get yourself dressed, go slip on a dress or whatever. And she gets to go and look at that and choose what she wants to wear. And it's not, it's like this whole experience, right? That we have lost that. Like, I remember that from my grandmothers, but that got lost on that next generation. That 70s, 60s, 70s generation kids, like that totally got lost. It was just jeans, t-shirts, shove them in a drawer, nothing special about, clothing items, or like a dressing, wardrobe, or a dressing area for a lady. My grandmothers had that. They had dressing tables where, you had your if you had makeup or powder or some mirrors and your lotion and different things to take care of yourself, because we're ladies and we do need to take care of ourselves, right? We work really, really hard. Both of my grandmothers worked really hard. Both of them were stay at home, but both of them worked extremely hard, ran businesses out of the home. Um, but they knew how to take care of themselves, and they knew how to bring honor and respect to that position. And so I want that for my daughter. I don't want it to be so casual, or just so boring. And that was where I was at. It was just so boring and so bland and so casual that there really wasn't much of a difference between if it was whatever I had on or jeans and a t-shirt. I mean, honestly, the amount of effort that I was putting in was like next to nothing. Um, And so that goes into the nighttime wear too, where I'm like, I was had to relearn a lot of things, and I was relearning it mainly from the Inspired by Nikki channel. And she was going, I saw her in her bathrobe, and she was beautiful and so feminine. And I'm like, no, I don't have a bathrobe. I mean, I never had a bathrobe. I would sleep in my maxi skirt and my t-shirt and get up and work all day long. And I thought that was good because it was efficient. I mean, it's just the way that my mind was set. But now, I have nightgowns and I have a bathrobe, and it's silky and it's soft and pretty, and my husband appreciates that, right? And then they appreciate men appreciate that we are different than them. So, in every way, that's just what it draws the attention of a man, right? So now I have my clothes hanging up, and like I said, it wasn't expensive, but just that metal um, wardrobe closet thing, and all my dresses are there, and all my nightgowns and my bathrobes, and they're all there, and they're beautiful. My shoes, yeah, I didn't even have a pocketbook, y'all. I was the ultimate minimalist, but now I have two. I have a casual one and a church one, and because Nikki taught me how to do that. And so, and I had to buy some shoes because I only had black Birkenstocks. Okay. I'm telling y'all, like, I had black Birkenstocks, and I wore them with socks in the winter. And in the summer, I didn't wear socks. And I had a pair of cowboy boots that I got a few years ago because my son picked them out for me. Um, and that was pretty much it for shoes. So, you know, and so I had to push myself. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get feminine shoes. Like, let me try. Like, I'm gonna try. So, that I'm saying that wardrobe there, it's an experience for me that I'm like, oh, I enjoy looking at all my dresses. These are beautiful. Like, I love what that looks like. And then secondly, um, it's a reminder to him that he lives with a woman and I'm very different than him. And look at all these feminine things that she has here. And that is a daily reminder to him every day in our bedroom that he looks at that and he's like, that's for the lady of the house. That those are her things that I live with a lady, and she has beautiful things here, right? I It's just a different mindset that I really never understood. I really honestly didn't, y'all. I mean, I was really cool with just like, I did what is it called? Like calamari? I don't know. The method, you roll up all your clothes and you put them in the drawer. And I was so happy because I only had cotton, like cotton t-shirt material, like 5 black maxi skirts, 2 striped black maxi skirts. I could tell you what I have. And those cotton gauzy shirts in like green, yellow, uh yeah, orange. I don't know. Anyway, they were like that's it. So anyway, and I was so happy about that. So, yeah, it's not a focus. It's not a imbalance focused on the outward. I think that what we're experiencing today is that most women probably, I know there are women that are self-consumed, right? And they are fleshly and that kind of thing, right? Both in the Christian world and in the secular world that could happen. But I think more so what I see is women that don't take care of themselves, women that don't put any time or any effort into taking care of themselves and respecting themselves and just taking a few minutes to, I don't know. I think that, that is a lot more of what I see the problem being. There's always going to be the opposite end, and people that are self consumed and people that are all focused on outward. I'm not talking about that, but I'm just talking about getting back to a place where the role of the woman in the home is your highest calling. And there's dignity with it, and there's honor with it. Um, and that's what I want to show my little girl. I want her to aspire toward that. I don't want her to feel anything against that, but just that this has always been how we do it, and it's just fun and it's beautiful, and I have freedom to pick out a new dress or go shopping with mommy, and and enjoy those kinds of things. And she does. She's a girl, so she enjoys looking at the purses for 20 minutes in a store and looking at all the inside of the purses and which ones have pockets, and what if she could put chapstick in different ones, or and she enjoys looking at the dresses and feeling the fabric, and oh, this is soft, oh, I like this. um that's our nature. That's the way God made us to be. The Proverbs 31 woman was doing things with tapestry, right? That's put a girl in a Hobby Lobby, and we're gonna work our way back to the fabric, and we're gonna like dream of all the things that we could make, right? That's just in our nature. So let me just keep going here. Cardigans, yes. I'm gonna do always loyal. I'm gonna do a little segment on like cardigans and cover ups and things like that too. I have a few. Um, Sunny Hill Flower Farm. Where did we get the dresses from? These are from Amazon. I will leave the link for these dresses. I don't get hardly anything from Amazon links, y'all, and I despise Amazon. Like, horribly despise them. But I do realize that a lot of y'all live in the country like we do, and it's just hard to find things. So it just is what it is. Um, yeah, so I will leave the link when we're done this live stream, and you can, feel free to click on it or find it somewhere else or whatever. But um, Kate Murphy said, my daughter had fun this school year making dresses and skirts for herself and made me a couple aprons. Oh, that's so fun. That's super cool. Uh, yeah, let's see. Misty Mint, hi from Australia. Hope you're all keeping cool. Well, we're trying. We're trying. We got rain today, and then the sun came back out, and it is like, it's intense. Beautiful dresses, lovely being feminine. Yes. Joy says, remember sewing from patterns. Yeah, I still have some dress patterns in my closet. Um, so it has not been the season for sewing for me. I did sew more when my daughter was smaller. Um, but now there's just so many dresses out there that it makes it so much easier, and fabric's expensive too. So unless if you have something really particular in mind, um, there's just so much available. Oh, let's see. Slips are gone. Joy says, slips are gone. Don't slip off your flip flops. Yikes. I'm not sure. Flannel gowns are gone. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean. I bought some slips recently. I'm gonna do one episode one evening on like undergarments, what I enjoy wearing underneath of my dresses, and I even wear slips, like full slips underneath of these cotton dresses. It just feels better to me. Like it feels, I don't know. It just has a good feeling to have a slip on underneath. Mary Jane shoes. I have a pair of Mary Jane's shoes. I don't know if that's a brand name or not, but they're a Mary Jane style. They're black, and I have them for church. Real boys, pardon me using my son's YouTube, but I was wondering if you could cover swimwear that is summer. Modest swimwear is so hard to find nowadays. Well, it's not. It's not hard to find anymore. It used to be really, really hard to find. You would have to like have a lady at church that sewed, and she would sew your modest swimwear, and it would cost you like $60 or $100 by the time you bought fabric and waited however many weeks for that poor woman to sew them. The same with skirts, the same with dresses. I'm going back like, 20 years or more, and you could not find anything anywhere. You were super blessed if you could find a modest jean skirt, like maybe at Old Navy or something. I mean, or a thrift store. You were really, really like super blessed. But there's lots of skirts, there's lots of dresses. And when I took, when we took our family away on vacation a couple years ago, I was overwhelmed with the amount of modest swimwear for little girls and for women. And it's all priced like really, really well. And there's so many combinations and so many different options. It was just endless. So I ended up getting her, I think I have a picture on our YouTube channel, but I ended up, it was hard to decide. That's how many options there were for modest little girl swimwear. That's reasonable. Like, and I'm talking, of course, it was Amazon because, we're out in the country and it's just the option that we have. So, and we have 8 children. So the budget is a thing. But if you go onto Amazon and you type in modest, I don't know if you're looking for little boys or little girls swimwear, but I was able to get my little boys swim shorts that were very modest, and they had like matching little swim tops. And for Grace, she had a really pretty little swim shirt and had like pink flamingos and palm trees on it. And then it came with a little swim skirt it was a little short, the skirt, but it was like bathing suit material. So we just cut off a pair of her leggings because she didn't have the shorts back then. So she just so we just put like, but you could just get, yoga shorts or something for little girls. So just put them on underneath, or some type of little legging biker short underneath. And that was it. And she was comfortable. She ran, she played, she did everything, at the ocean that she wanted to do. So anyway, it was great. But that wasn't the only option. There was lots of options, and they were very, very um cost like friendly, because it didn't used to be like that at all. Um, let's see. And of course, you know me, I was just like in my navy maxi dress the whole vacation because that's where I was at. Anyway, funny. It's funny, like I was thinking it would be funny to do like a modesty over time thing, like all of the different phases. It'd be pretty hysterical. Um, Prepped for eternity say it's a constant challenge to teach my girls to bring attention to our countenance instead of our bodies. Mainline churches do not help either. Well, I think that it's a balance, right? Because it's natural for young girls to want to make themselves look beautiful and attractive. And there's no sin in wanting to look beautiful. There's a line with it, right? If you're doing something just to get a bunch of attention, that's not the right heart with it. But there is a natural thing in wanting to present yourself when you start to get into those teen years. That's what, God put that in women, right? That we would want to get the attraction, like we would want to catch the eye of a young man. That's a natural thing. And I don't think that that's something that has to be like suppressed. I don't think that we have to like dress them in like you know uh, all black burqas or something like that. Like, I think that you can look very beautiful, very attractive, and you can teach girls how to celebrate that and do that and still be honorable and keep your purity in it and be respectable in it, but that it doesn't have to be um like a doom and gloom kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a balance. And I'm speaking from experience on that, because that was really, really where I had myself for many years was, well, not many years, but like, I don't know, maybe like 5 years, 6 years, was I had really just backed myself into a corner. I went from really enjoying modesty, like watching some different ladies that just did it really well, and and like enjoying that and trying to learn that, to we moved here and it's like a million degrees, and so all of my clothing no longer worked that I had up north. Like, that just did not work. This, y'all, this dress, this cotton dress, you would be so hot if you went. This works for in the house. This outside, it does not. I mean, Grace is not wearing these outside. This is like inside, or this is like a fall is a joke, but like a winter dress. But these, I mean, you can just feel the heat in this dress compared to some of my other house dresses. And we're in air conditioning right now. So it's a different it's a different thing. Um what is my husband saying? Benefit from an Islamic invasion dresses. Husband. So yeah, I guess there are certain benefits from having a large percentage of Muslim ladies here in our country now. No, we have lots more modest. I think you're talking about modest swimsuits, husband. Maybe modest dresses too. Um, so yeah, oh my soul. Pete's nude beaches any day. What? What are we talking about? I don't have to prove myself to be a female. I gave birth twice. Yes, exactly. Um, so I think is this kind of, we have like 15 minutes left. Let me see um what else I can talk about here. I hope I was clear. If anybody's got any more thoughts or questions or things that you're thinking about, or something that you want to share um, about your modesty or dresses that you like or whatever, I'm all ears. Yeah, and I will share some slips. I want to share, like, the like slips and um just like any type of undergarments types of things in another video. And I was able to get some slips just in the past few months. I've gotten a few slips online, and the price has been reasonable too. And of course, if you have less children and more money, then you can um, buy nicer things. Ah, so I don't know what my husband's saying, both. Oh, both dresses and swimsuits. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. There's just a lot of, when we went on vacation, like I said, it's been a few years ago now, but I was just blown away by all of the modest options that there are now. And it's just really, really awesome. And what are you doing? It's just really, really awesome that there are so many options right now. So it's a good time to try out dresses, to take on a dress challenge and see how you like it. You're being silly. And we're going to be sharing, like, I think some of our some of our farm like our more work skirts and dresses too, and play skirts and dresses, because I know that's a thing that people ask about too. Um, so we'll be sharing that during the month too. You're getting a show. Oh my.
Oh my
I miss. Okay. Shaquan says, "Hello. I missed the beginning. How do you get your daughter to wear dresses? My 3-year-old daughter prefers t-shirts with animals on them now. Granny loves to buy her shirts for some reason." Yeah, so I would probably just put them up for like nighttime, and or like if she's swimming or something like that, like keep those shirts for something else, but just have dresses for the rest of the time. So, and some of it is if you give little girls or big girls options, um, they're going to pick their option. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had a friend this years ago. Years ago, she had a daughter. Her daughter is now 15. And she said she had dresses and skirts, and then she had jeans in a drawer. And she said her daughter would 9 times out of 10 always go for the jeans in the drawer and pick the jeans. Um, and so, and she said she noticed the difference in her attitude when she had the jeans on. She was just different. And she said, I noticed it in myself because my friend was a dental hygienist. And so she wore pants when she was at work. And she said, sometimes she would come home and she would put a pair of jeans on. And she said, I catch myself with the jeans on that I carry myself different. I get a bad attitude quicker. It was just things that she was noticing about herself in her demeanor. When she had jeans on, she was more like, I can handle business, versus when she had a skirt or a dress on. I'm talking about my friend now, and she was probably like mid 30s by that point, and she was saying she was noticing it in her little daughter as well, was that when she put the jeans on, she was all of a sudden like just more independent minded, just Miss Bossy Pants. Than when she had a skirt on, it was just a physical reminder of the role that you're in. um and I just thought that was interesting. So she took the jeans out of her drawer. She was just like, I'm not gonna even give her the option, because if the option is there, she's gonna pick them, and it's just not what I want her to be wearing all the time. So I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing past experiences with y'all. Like I said, I just consider myself to be like in the older lady group at this point. I can pick from all of these, I can draw from all of these past experiences, and I can share these real life things with y'all. And then you can take them or leave them or whatever. And I did notice that, not do, I don't wear jeans anymore, but I did notice that about myself years ago too. Was that when I would put a pair of jeans on, and this was, early on in our marriage and everything, when I still would wear jeans um, or pants. And they would have been definitely modest, considered modest, but pants or modest jeans. But it's just a different thing. I thought I could like take on the world, and it's just a different mentality. And maybe that's not the case for every person, but that was definitely the case for me, that I had noticed. And yeah, and when the Lord saved me, I wanted to just
dive right into wearing, skirts and modest tops. And it just changed. He changed my want. He changes your desire towards those things. So everything changed then. And you couldn't find we had one lady at church that was the sewer, and you could bring stuff to her and she would sew it for you. And she did sew me some things, and she sewed me some maternity skirts too, because that was not a thing unless you had a lot of money, and could go shop at some fancy maternity store. But even then, they probably wouldn't have skirts, or it was just not a thing. So I learned how to sew, and I sewed my own skirts, and that's what I did back then. So, yeah, but he really does change your desire. Um, and he definitely changes the interaction between you and your husband when you are that physical reminder of that role, and how vulnerable um, we are as women. Just the interaction with everybody is different, not just my husband, but the neighbors. My, I have a lot of older farmer type neighbors, older men, and if they stop in to ask a question or whatever, um, it's just a it's just a different interaction. And I know that sounds crazy and it's hard to put your finger on it, but it's just different. And until you experience it, it's just hard to really put words to. And it doesn't matter if I go into the feed store or the hardware store, but I think it kind of just throws everybody back. It just gives them a throwback to the good old days when ladies wear dresses, and it's just a different interaction. um and I appreciate that. Like, I want to be that reminder. I want to be that throwback to the old days. I don't want to be the modern woman. um yeah, it's not too extreme to limit her options. She's 3. You might as well just start limiting options now, because by the time she's 13 or 14, it's going to be more limiting options. So, and that's kind of the fun thing, Shaquan, about like celebrating instead of limiting. Like, it's just like celebrating that and teaching that. And then when you do that, it's just so much fun, and they just grow up in it, and it just kind of becomes a part of who they are, versus like, no, you can't wear that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I've had things over the years for my boys and for my daughter that has, been gifted to us or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, well, they're not wearing that. Like, I mean, or you could save it for like, pajamas or something for bedtime. But then some stuff just, if it's not something that you enjoy seeing your child in, it's okay just to like save it for a pajama outfit or whatever, or keep it at grandma's for, when she's over there or whatever, but an extra play set or something. But you don't feel compelled to keep everything. You don't have to keep everything that people give you either. Yeah, I'm going to put in the link. I am not that tech savvy, so I'm going to put in the link when I get off of here, and it'll be there for you for the dresses. Um, yeah, Always Loyal says she loves maxi dresses because they're so long and they can be so beautiful and flowy. Yeah, I mean, they're just so awesome. Maxi dresses are just great, you know, and even if you're like going to the beach or something like that, you can always, you know, I have my yoga shorts on underneath, but like you could pull up your maxi dress and you can get a little sun on your legs and you can go down into the water and pull your dress up to your knees and, you know, get your feet wet and get your legs wet. And it's just, I don't know, put on a pair of flip flops. It's just so awesome. Maxi dresses are just easy, and maxi skirts too, for that matter. They're just they're so easy and so versatile. I hope they never go out of fashion. They've been around for a while, so I hope they stay. Um, oh my. So let's see. Oh no. Joy, you broke your right ankle twice, both times because of bad shoes. Oh no, you need combat boots. Yikes. Yeah, you need a good pair of sneakers. Yikes. My mother-in-law was always like in her skirts with her sneakers. Like I don't know, I don't know, like probably from like I want to say late 50s on. She was always like not to church, you know, she had church shoes on, but like on the regular days, just like her everyday wear would be like a pretty floral skirt and sneakers. Like she could handle business. She could handle business in those sneakers. So I always thought it looked really cute. She was just like sporty. She was ready to go. Of course, here it's like rubber boots because we have fire ants and prickly briars and like we call them devil thorns. We have these devil thorns things. Like you can't, there's no sandals here. You have to keep your feet very well covered up. It's boots. It's boots here in the Wild West. Rubber boots are the best, and snakes are a thing too. So, yeah, rubber boots at home. All right, here Hindu says, and this will probably be the last one for the night. You can change up the look of a dress so much depending on shoes, sweaters, jewelry, etc. They're so versatile and feminine. I agree with you 100%. And you know, when my mom comes down to visit, she always just wears. They're like a shorter length maxi dress. I don't know what they're called. They're like a midi length maxi dress. And then she'll just put a little cardigan on it if we're going out somewhere. And she can put a little necklace on with it, or she has her earrings, or it just like you can dress it up, dress it down. It just, you know, you can wear flip flops, or it's just so comfortable, and she always looks so so nice, whether it's like a printed dress um or a solid color dress. They're just so comfortable and so nice. So so yeah, when you find one that you really like this, I've had several different maxi dresses. I have one maxi skirt that I really like, and and then I do have another brand that I like too, but I'm short, so it always adds that into it. But if you find one that works for you that you really like, they're just so easy and so comfortable. And you're right, and you can always put leggings on it. Remember last night I was saying my friends up in Indiana, she just wears her leggings underneath her dresses or underneath her, because she'll just wear like more midi length, you know what I'm saying when I say midi length, like calf length dresses. She looks very feminine. She's from Quebec. She's French Canadian, and she just always looks like a lady all the time. And and she just wears her leggings underneath of them, in the cooler months, and just it's so easy. Dresses are so easy. It's like a one piece outfit. You don't have to decide between the tops and the bottoms and all of that. You just pick out the dress, slip it on, and you're done. You're set for the day. You're ready for whatever the day is going to bring you, pretty much. Unless you live on the farm like me, then you're going to have to get changed and go outside and do so, but even like these kind of dresses, I could go out and collect eggs and do some things in. I just don't want to ruin my dress. So yeah, so shift, I'm not sure. Um we were just watching Mary Poppins, Shaquan says, and I just wish sensible heels were our everyday footwear. We're in the city, kind of. I like the line midi style. Yeah, there's so many young women that are like in their 20s, early 30s, I would say more like mid 20s, and they are really, really like studying, and they're not Christians, but they are really, really studying and going back to just a classic women's style because it's so feminine and it's so fun, and we just have given up so much in our casual culture. Just we've just been robbed of our femininity because it's just been doing sold to us, and we just bought it hook, line, and sinker, and now it's just like it's ridiculous, and women are pushed to look more and more unattractive, if you've noticed that. Like the more the styles change and all of that stuff, it's making the women look less and less attractive, and I think that is on purpose. So yeah, go back and watch some old shows. Put on, Shirley Temple, or I don't know, put on some old westerns or something, and get some inspiration from there. Or find a young girl on YouTube that's doing some of these like throwback. Um, I watched some different ones a few years back. It's probably been like 3 years ago or more now, and it was just so neat and so inspirational because they weren't Christian, and yet they didn't care what anybody thought. They were just doing their own style, and they just enjoyed the feminine look. They enjoyed being feminine. They enjoyed celebrating womanhood and just being a woman and looking like one and acting like one. And I'm like, this is really amazing. So I guess I'm going to leave you on that tonight because it is 6 o'clock. My internet survived. I have itchy nose. And my girl survived. Do you have anything to say, Grace? Nope. She's got nothing. Okay, so I will leave the link for these maxi dresses below, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. We will be back, Lord willing, tomorrow night with some more dresses and some more things to talk about. Put your tongue in your mouth, girl. And I think that's it. So y'all have a blessed, blessed Independence Day. Enjoy your family, enjoy your food and your people, and we will see you right back here tomorrow night. I'm looking for the button. I'm gonna leave y'all here. Bye-bye.